What naturally was the next step in this garden between us was brother and sister.
I love this.
And I don't know how this factors in, but I know what I was able to do was to let my relationship with my wife change. There's two parts to this. I don't think a divorce is ever even, it's never 50-50. It's always going to be, it's never 50-50. Somebody has to be willing to make a sacrifice and take one for the Gipper, if that's not too ancient a reference for somebody as young as you are. So I had to let the relationship change, because it wasn't just, hey, we're divorced, hey, now what? I had an eye on now what and what that meant. And I knew she was going to fall in love with somebody because she's very passionate, Italian, just the love. And I knew that if I got lucky, I might fall in love again too. So what I allowed our relationship to become was, we went from writer and publisher to dating and quiet to fianced, to married, to parents, to divorced, friends. And then what naturally was the next step in this garden between us was brother and sister. So this is what we became after all those other steps. Is I rooted for her. Have another hit. So she ends up writing I Love You Like a Love Song for Selena Gomez, which has nothing to do with me. I don't make any money. I have nothing. I'm just on the sidelines with my pom-poms and my my yell funnel going, yeah,
Your
beautiful.
megaphone.
Go. And it was my megaphone. She was like my sister, my kid sister. So she could call me if there was an issue when she ultimately did fall in love. And she could call me and say, okay, so he just did this. What does that mean, and why do you guys do stuff like that? And I want them to be together. I want them to be happy. I want them, as a matter of fact, at their wedding, I was the only person at the wedding. It was a very private ceremony at their house, and it was all her mother and her kids and me, to give you an idea of how close we became. Yeah, and still are. We could call her now.
I love this idea of reconceptualizing your relationship.
Perfect word.
As she was your kid sister.
Yeah.
Because who would know each other better than a husband and wife? And how wonderful that you could be her biggest cheerleader and her big brother.